Warning! Graphic pest control video ahead. Do not watch if you might be offended. If, however, you really like watching pest control videos, then hello again and welcome to the Squirrel Hunter channel. Please continue and watch us as we control pest populations with silenced air rifles here in the UK. If you have any questions, can you please check the description below first to see if it's already been answered and for some useful links. Thank you. This is a bit of footage from earlier on in the year. As you can tell with the trees. Very rare, because this is Bro, who's managed to make it up to this feeder. It doesn't normally come up this high. It's a bit of a struggle for his car to get up the hill. He's sat in the hide, the wind's blowing around a bit. He sat where we used to put the hide, up the side of the water tower. And he spotted a squirrel coming quite early. You can see he's using scope cam. You can see it's up there, just to the right of the feeder in the tree. Bro's starting to track it. Not about to take the shot there. Too many sticks in the way. As I've said before, you've got to be patient. They don't come much more patient than my Bro. This one's quite clearly wanting to have some food. Not sure why it's sat up there. We have a pet theory. They've been asleep all night, and for them breakfast is truly the best meal of the day. They normally come straight in. This is the first one. There's nothing dead on the ground. Unless it can spot the hide, it's a bit apprehensive. Yeah, the magpies in the background. Sometimes you've got to wait a long time for these squirrels. The crinkling of the hide. The trouble with this position, it's at the top of a hill. Very difficult to hide from the elements as the wind blows across the valley floor. But it's a brilliant place for a feeder, on top of a line of trees, not far from a hazelnut wood. There's free food for them all around. They tend to move across here a lot. We identified that early on when we scoped out the place. I like this position so much, where I tend to put my pop-up hiders in the bush around the corner now. That will become a permanent hide. And hopefully Bro will shoot this feeder a lot more often. It's easier for me to get up the top of this hill. So I got a 4x4. On this occasion, he's ventured up. He has an awkward squirrel on his hands. It's quite hard work sitting in these hides, especially in the cold weather. Looks like that squirrel's gone straight up the tree. And it happens. It can be quite frustrating at times. He's just holding his scope cam, which is basically his camcorder, attached to the back of the scope with a bit of pipe that's been bored out to go over the scope. With a filter that fits his camera screwed in. It's filming down Whitetail Classic 6.5 to 20x50 scope. Little duplex reticule there. He's picked up the squirrel up the tree. Too many sticks in the way. He's looking at it. He's getting to the top of his hide there. Looks like it's about 10 foot off the ground, I should imagine. He's definitely having a mess about. Looking at this now, I do wonder whether it's the hide moving. Let's put it off. Like so many things, they need time to get accustomed to. He's probably had a rumble in his belly about now. I'm not talking about Bro either. He's having to play with his camera. And the zoom. The trick is you put it on the back of the scope and you zoom in so the crosshairs fill the picture. Now the squirrel seems to be descending. Bro's still looking for it. I think he's looking over the top of his camera at the moment. He's pointing it roughly in the direction of the feeder. When it appears, and then try and find it in the scope cam. He's looking for it again. It's there somewhere. Looks like it's sticking its head out. Again, obscured by sticks, which is no good at all. He's fidgeting about, trying to get comfy. The wind's still blowing. Might be a window through there to shoot. It's going to line up on it. That'll do. Let's put it right in the side of the head. 2-tube Whippy Power Pel. And Daystate takes another victim. Took a while, but he got there in the end. This one's come straight in with his comrades on the floor. And the scope cam's on. If he sits still like that, he could be in big trouble. But now he looks like he's going to come for a feed. It's interesting that the first one was so nervy, so reluctant to come down. There was no corpses on the floor. This one comes in. Looks like he's trying to wake that one up. Some of you, get up. Never mind, eh? More breakfast for me. A few tail flicks. In the end, his belly's getting the better of him. It's gone sat up on top of there. Again, it's very tempting. Showing all the signs of a squirrel that's going to come to feed, which is precisely what we want to happen. Wants to come in, grab some food, sit up nice and still, to allow for a nice accurate shot to the top of the head, just like this one, which quite clearly completely missed it. It ran off unharmed, and Bro's starting to wonder if he's missed a dodgy pellet in his batch. Here's the crosshairs, right on its head, ready to take the shot. At this point he'll be squeezing the trigger, ready to release the shot. Just as he goes to release the shot, you can see he's wandered off. It's only a tiny movement, but it's the difference between success and failure. He's missed a squirrel, straight on the side of his head, probably near off, frightened it to death, I should imagine, in the process. But off it runs, we'll have to wait for it to come back another day. So now he's resigned himself to going through all of his pellets, just to be on the safe side, and listen to the bird's song. He's muttering away to himself, getting annoyed, wondering why he missed. That's the one thing about filming. At least it shows up what went wrong. Nothing worse than not knowing. Easy done. A lot harder than it looks, believe it or not. Anyway, he's now taken a few test shots, a few targets. He's confident in his rifle again. You see the light levels come up dramatically. That's because he's had to wait quite a long time for this squirrel to come in. You'd have done the same thing I would have done. If you suspect the rifle's at fault, or you know the rifle's at fault, you'll wrap it up and leave. There's no prizes for wounding anything. It's not what we're here to do. We're either going to kill them or not kill them. There is no try, as somebody once said. This one sat on the backboard. Almost carbon copy the other one. It's coming down to feed, pretty much ignoring the one on the floor. And Bro lines up on it this time. No messing. Better control. Let's take him right to the top of the head. Let's kick just out of view. He's dead in the grass. He's happy with that. Let's put the video on now. See how the weather's changed. The sun's gone in. This hill is taking the brunt of the weather. You see the hide start to move. The sun's come back out again. The wind is starting to get up quite well now. It becomes very difficult to sit in the hide. Very difficult to keep the hide around you, to be honest. And we've had windy days here before. See the weather's deteriorated quite badly, to say the least, and he can't quite believe how bad his day's gone. There's only 2 on the ground, 1 miss, which at this point he doesn't realise what's gone on, and the weather's turned absolutely terrible. And hear him exit the zip there. Going out to see what he's got. There's a squirrel number 1. No problems there. Drop that one clean. Got a lot of blood. Believe it or not, it's a bit of roadkill he found on the way in. He put that out hoping to attract a few of the crows. Never came near it. Didn't like it at all. And there's a squirrel, the last one he had. Lots of blood. Good headshot. Nothing wrong with that. There's the hide. That's where I used to put mine. We don't do that anymore. We go in the bush to the left. Much better. It's billowing that around quite badly. See the rows of fruit trees there? That's where Bros parked his car, right down the bottom. Didn't want to bring it all the way up the hill. He probably could have done. It's hard enough. Now he's back down with the car. You can see when he looks up now. There's lots of fruit trees everywhere. The squirrels cause a lot of problems with these. The wind blasts up there, straight up the hill. He's trying to zoom on his camera now. There's a water tower. See the trees bouncing about all over the place. There he is. Daystate Area X, 2 squirrels. That's all he got for the day, unfortunately. But 2 less is always a good thing. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.